The Chateau des Amoureux, Mothers of Darkness, Episode 12, The Binding of the 13. The winter wine still burned on their tongues when the shadows came alive. 13 black blades formed a perfect ring around the 7 girls. Eleanor felt the covenant settle on her shoulders like a mantle of frozen velvet, equal parts terror and fierce, intoxicating joy. Beatrice saw threads of fate unravel and reweave before her eyes, blazing with terrible clarity, and Claire gasped as the cold kissed her skin, and something wild and hungry beneath it. Then the others revealed their true nature. Arabella's voice suddenly rang out, clear and velvet, reciting the ancient verse in a language that the seniors long thought dead. The standing stones answered, glowing with runes that matched her every word. Some of the seniors looked uneasy. Cordelia never flinched when the nearest blade drew blood across her palm. Instead, she smiled, and the snow at her feet melted in a perfect circle before freezing again into crystalline stags and hunting hounds, beautiful and merciless. Isolde's eyes fluttered shut. For one heartbeat, her painted visions bled into reality. Black roses bloomed from the snow, petals edged in frost and moonlight. One senior reached out as if to touch them, then pulled back in something between reverence and fear. And Lavinia was the storm. Her power exploded, violet sparks crackling between their joined hands, threatening to rip the entire circle apart. The blades trembled, the binding wavered. For one terrible moment, everything hung on the edge of breaking. Then Eleanor tightened her grip. Arabella steadied her from the other side. "Steady," Eleanor whispered, her new voice carrying the weight of the 13. Lavinia's wild laugh softened into something almost tender. The sparks settled, weaving themselves into threads of shadow that bound all 7 together. The circle completed, 13 shadows merged into one vast, living darkness, spreading across the snow like spilled ink, then drawing back into the girls themselves. The power no longer belonged to the covenant alone. It lived in their blood, their breath, their dreams. When the seniors finally stepped back, the ruined abbey felt forever changed. The air tasted of new beginnings and an old dangerous warnings. For the first time, the 7 girls stood alone as the new covenant of 13. Snow fell softly, catching their lashes and their hair. Eleanor looked at each face in turn. Beatrice quiet still, Claire's bright defiance, Arabella's depthless eyes, Cordelia's unyielding grace, and Isolde's dreamy, haunting intensity. Lavinia's dangerous, beautiful spark. "They're really gone," Lavinia whispered, voice husky. Arabella tilted her head, listening to a silence only she could hear. "No," she said softly, her breath forming mist in the cold. "They're in us now, all of them." The wind rose, carrying the faint sound of distant bells, or laughter that was not entirely human. In the heart of the longest night, the new 13 felt the covenant coil tighter around their souls, beautiful and merciless as winter itself. And somewhere deep in those merged shadows, the first faint cracks of fracture had already begun to form. The old mothers faded, the new ones have risen, but the power of this ancient always demanded a price. Who do you think will break first? If you think you know, drop a name. And still we know. The castle is real, the legends are loud, and the truth, well, the truth is always waiting in the dark. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Mothers of Darkness. If you've enjoyed my content, please like, share, and follow for more.